Dallas Cowboy football. They should sign Ezekiel Elliott. I'm waiting for that news to cross. I'm waiting.
I think you're right. That's a good move.
I'm waiting for the news to cross.
He had a dozen touchdowns last year.
Bring the band back together. Tony Pollard signs a tender and it looks like he's going to play for $10 million. Zeke's just got to, I guess, to do the Pulp Fiction thing, not let pride mess with his mind. But
what's the deal, though? Like 1 year, $4 million, something like that? Or a 3 plus
If I'm the
incentives?
Cowboys, just call him up and say, what's your number? And hear it from him and then whittle it down if that's what you really need to do. Quite frankly. Fans love him. He knows the system. He might just, as you pointed out last week, I don't want to hear from you. I don't want to hear from you. You didn't, I don't want to hear from you.
Look, I've been in that situation.
I know. So, and plus, you join an offense that was on tilt last year, and the quarterback is going to be vastly improved. All I got to do is ask him. I love Dak, man. He's been here. He's a sweetheart of a guy, and he is better than most.
Not according to the internet.
Better than most. I understand you make your top 5 list. He's not on it. You make your top 10 list. He's on it.
Is he?
He's not.
Oh, I don't know, man.
Well, I put the number 10 out there for the moment because that appears to be the magic number of interceptions he will be under this year. Double-digit interceptions last year. He said at his, I believe it was a youth camp. I know who I am, and you can go back and take away half of those off drops. I'm not saying it's on the receiver, but if you cut that in half, then we start talking about those. Nobody's talking about it. Some of it is the offense and them understanding exactly where we are. Mike does an amazing job with those guys. They know where to be, why to be when they're getting looked at. That's going to be a big jump. I won't have 10 interceptions this year. I love that. Speak it into existence, Dak.
Yeah, I like that.
Now, he's also saying some of them were, guy dropped it, guy tipped it, wasn't on me. That's true. And did he take a little bit of a shot at, McCarthy's offense in a way? Where the guys are going to be, or the guys know where to be, and so it's going to be, obviously, we'll just cherry pick what we want to denigrate him. But, 15 interceptions last year, it just was too many. Mm-hmm. But let's be honest. Just shoot straight here. It's always, with the Dallas Cowboys, the weird stuff. Always the weird stuff. Always the weird stuff. Just cut out the weird stuff. Can we cut out the weird stuff? What do I mean by that? As I said, Zeke should come back. Zeke should come back not only because they need him, not only because he might need them. Oh, yes.
Can I finish this sentence for you?
His Cowboys career can't end with that weird play. The snap. Last 2 seasons ended with the weird. And I understand, both of those situations were desperate. And it didn't look good anyway. Last year, that thing was over. I don't know what that play was. 2 years ago,
Dak was hustling.
He was hustling, and the umpire was not hustling enough. But when you're depending on the umpire's 40-yard dash speed, that's weird.
That's weird.
Cut out the weird stuff. I know that's something that you can't really come out and fully define. You just know it when you see it. It's kind of like that other thing,
Like when your quarterback runs into his center's butt. Like that type of weird stuff.
That's a sort of serious. You're getting warmer to what I was referring to in my analogy. Look, cut out the weird stuff. Sign Zeke back and get Dak.
Yeah, Zach. You said it right.
Yeah, get the Zach.
Zeke and Dak.
Yeah, Zeke and Dak. Get them back. Bring the whole thing back together and tee it up and let it fly.
Last year, PFF, they tracked a stat called turnover-worthy plays. Essentially, that translates to throws that were dangerous enough that they should have warranted an interception. Maybe
yes, sir.
Didn't. And what they found out is he had 6 picks that were essentially deemed not his fault, meaning guys in the wrong spot. Guys, Noah Brown, for instance, dropping a ball, 2 balls that hit him in the hand and got picked for pick 6s. So, 15's a lot. But not all of those. But you can also look at it like this. If you're the quarterback and you throw the ball, it's your fault. And that's how some people are going to view it, no matter what the stats or PFF.
Noah Brown, that was one that just jumps out at you. So, not all Buckeyes are helpful to the Cowboys. I'm just saying, get the running back, Buckeye back. Get him back. You need him. Although, again, I keep saying over and over again that I don't see in practice. Deuce Vaughn might be an answer here for a nice little change of pace. And
maybe. What if he's the next Darren Sproles?
Could be. From Kansas State. Same school.
Yeah.
At Rich Eisen Show, vote, is Dak a top 10 quarterback heading into this season?
Well, it's going to be resoundingly no, because that's what the internet is, a bunch of Cowboys haters.
I don't know. I'm looking at the list. I mean,
he's top 10. I'll do that.
Yeah, guys, even if he was, people will not allow themselves to vote yes.
I keep saying Malik Davis is the backup there, and he might not be ready. He might be ready. I don't know. It's what the Cowboys look at in training camp, which is right around the corner.
Yes, sir.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.